The U.S. government will not allow Tesla cars to fart at the pedestrians anymore. A zoo hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to encourage endangered monkeys to get it on. And Google Maps led a man to the wrong wedding and he almost married the wrong bride. These are the weird stories for Thursday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. I'm Jonesy. Thank you for being here. I have 3 weird stories from around the world. Come on. The U.S. government says Tesla vehicles are no longer allowed to fart at the pedestrians. The U.S. federal highway regulators have stepped in. They have decided that they're not going to allow Teslas to blast booming fart noises at people. No fun, government, no fun. This is concerning Tesla's boombox feature. This feature lets drivers play pre-recorded audio through the front speaker instead of the horn. This sounds like a lot of fun. I didn't know Tesla vehicles could do such things. I would have so much fun with a front speaker that could play any sound I wanted. I would just drive around town. Good luck with your life, man. Good luck with your life, man. Good luck with your life, man. Now, this boombox feature was introduced in a 2020 update. It allows users specifically to pick through pre-recorded song clips as well as sounds such as goats and farts. Amazing. I would love to see the list of what you could play out of there. What song clips do they have? I would imagine they have I Can't Drive 55. That's a classic. Sammy Hagar, baby. So the problem, as the National Highway Safety Administration sees it, is that these particular boombox sounds could potentially drown out pedestrian warning sounds required in Teslas and other electric vehicles if used while the vehicle was in motion. Here's a quote from the NHTSA. While boombox can enhance the conspicuity of the vehicle to... What the hell is conspicuity? Come on now. Can you speak in a language we all understand? A vehicle that uses boombox when in motion may cause the pedestrian warning system to be non-compliant, which could increase the risk of a collision. I don't know what they're talking about, to be honest with you. I think it's all fun and games with this fart noise. Thankfully, Tesla wasn't aware of any crashes, injuries, or deaths resulting from the fart sounds. Of course, because who's going to... You know this isn't going to kill anybody. It's just a product of a no-fun administration. They made Tesla recall 500,000 cars, though. Wow, that's a lot, man. Tesla is not going to remove the feature entirely, but will disable it when vehicles are in drive, neutral, or reverse. So don't worry, Tesla owners. You can still park your car on the side of the road and fart at pedestrians if that's your thing. Oh, that's good. That's good. I would love to spend an afternoon farting at pedestrians with my awesome, expensive vehicle. You know, people that drive Teslas already think that they're better than the rest of us. Of course, they're going to fart at the rest of us for walking. Tesla, as you know, has had its fair share of recalls in the past few months, some with far more serious implications than some highway farting. Last week, Tesla was forced to recall some vehicles that were equipped with full self-driving over concerns its new driving profiles were causing some vehicles to roll through stop signs. Oh, you can't roll through stop signs. Well, I mean, you can, but you're not supposed to. Oh, I've been doing it my whole life. You got to look at the intersection first. You got to gauge it. You got to make sure there's no cameras and nobody's around. That's how you roll through a stop sign. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't condone rolling through stop signs. Weird AF News does not condone rolling through stop signs. Disclaimer, disclaimer. I don't want to be canceled. I don't want to be sued and kicked out of my closet. Now, I love Teslas because they're probably one of the weirdest vehicles on the market. There's a bunch of Easter eggs with a Tesla. You can watch YouTube videos of all the special secret things that a Tesla can do. I had no idea it could fart. I think that's tremendous. Now, I have had the pleasure of singing karaoke in a Tesla. It's a great experience. A zoo brought in a Marvin Gaye impersonator to encourage endangered monkeys to get it on. You know how Marvin Gaye encourages us all to get it on? I love Marvin Gaye's music. A Stanford zoo hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to visit the park this past weekend to encourage a group of endangered monkeys to get it on, baby. To make sweet, sweet love to the break of dawn. The Trentham Monkey Forest hired a guy named Dave Largy. He's described as a highly experienced love song guru. And Dave was brought in to serenade a group of Barbary macaws in the hope that he could help boost the monkey love this mating season. Barbary macaws are native to Algeria and Morocco, but because of deforestation and the illegal pet trade, the macaw population has dwindled in recent decades. According to one nonprofit, there are only 8,000 Barbary macaws left in the wild. The falling numbers of Barbary macaws could have wide repercussions throughout the ecosystem, unfortunately. Here's a quote from the director of the IUCN. Macaws are vital to disperse seeds in the forest. Without them, the very composition of the forest would change dramatically. Its disappearance could also affect the economic situation in Morocco as well, because Barbary macaws attract a very large number of tourists each year. And now we have a video posted here of Dave doing his thing. Let's play a little clip. Oh, Dave is really rocking. He's great. He's got a very smooth voice. He probably does birthday parties and bar mitzvahs as well. If you guys want to reach out to Dave Largie, Largie. We have a quote here from the park director, Matt. He says, "We thought it could be a creative way to encourage our females to show a little affection to the males that might not have been so lucky in love. Females in season mate with several males, so paternity amongst our furry residents is never really known. Each birth is vital to the species, with Barbary macaws being classified technically as endangered. Birthing season occurs in late spring and early summer each year. So we'll see if Dave's serenading worked. We're not going to know for several months yet, but we're feeling pretty good about it." Well, I'm very curious to see if this works as well. I love the idea, though. Way to get creative, Zoo. I wonder what other songs Dave sang. Do you think he started singing some R. Kelly tracks and they shut him down? That could have happened. You're not even allowed to sing R. Kelly at karaoke. It is not allowed. Oh, man. His music will make you get it on, though. I mean, his early stuff is very sexy. I'm going to stop talking about R. Kelly before I get canceled out of the closet. What's some other... Oh, I love Teddy Pendergrass as well. Very nice. Barry White. Oh, man. How would you guys like some Barry White? That's some great stuff. We just had Valentine's Day. I mean, some of these artists probably emerged earlier this week in your life, maybe. Maybe you threw on some Marvin Gaye to get it on with your partner. What's some other artists you guys like to get it on to? Jagged Edge? How about that? Oh, what about a little Keith Sweat? Or how about Johnny Gill? Mama. You're sure looking good tonight after all this time. Call my show, 646-450-2012. Sing me a little piece of a love song that's made you want to get it on in your lifetime. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Google Maps led a man to the wrong wedding, and he nearly married a stranger. This took place in Indonesia. Every aspect of our life is now entangled with technology. We are dependent upon it in so many ways. It is to an extent we're actually completely dependent upon it for several of our day-to-day chores, as you know. But sometimes relying too much on technology can lead to funny instances, like the one that took place in Indonesia. As it happened, a groom ended up at the wrong venue for his wedding. The glitch almost led to the man marrying a stranger after Google Maps led him to the wrong location completely. I mean, I can see getting to the wrong venue, but how do you marry a complete stranger? Do you not look at your wife before you say the vows, sir? I mean, you must show up at a place you don't recognize anybody. Something must be afoot at that point. It says here, according to the media, the goof-up happened as there were two ceremonies at the same time, a wedding and an engagement, and they were occurring in the same village. The 27-year-old bride, her name is Ulfa, She said that she was unaware of the mix-up as she was getting ready with her makeup artist. The bride's family welcomed some guests, offered refreshments from the journey, and proceeded to exchange some gifts. However, soon a member from the man's family realized their mistake after a conversation between family members, and luckily, a huge blunder was averted. The man's family apologized for the mix-up. He told everybody they were led to the venue by Google Maps, and then they made their exit. Well, not before they got some free gifts and some refreshments. Not a bad day after all. You get two instances of refreshments and gifts. You get to double down on all that great stuff that you get at a wedding. The man's wedding party was headed to his wedding, which was located in Losari Hamlet, but the navigation app brought them to Jenggol Hamlet. Oh, all these hamlets. I don't even know there was hamlets in Indonesia. I'm learning something. I thought all the hamlets were in the UK. An awkward video of this amusing incident has been being shared online, showing the man's family leaving carrying multiple gifts. You're not supposed to take the gifts, bro. You leave the gifts. Come on, those aren't your gifts. Those are for the other family. Ulfa revealed that her fiancé was from Ringaman. Hey, can't say it. It's a village. While the other man was from Pemalang. Come on! And her family, Ulfa's family, later helped their group to reach the right location. Ulfa claims that she was quite shocked to see all of these unknown faces at her own wedding. She didn't know any of them. Well, it's nice that everybody took it in good spirits and a disaster was avoided. But Google Maps has created many disasters. There was a story I did a few years ago where it was taking people off the highway into an extremely flooded area, and all these cars were getting stuck in the mud. It was like a total fiasco. But we're so reliable, especially on the maps. Like, we'll just follow it. Even when the landscape starts to change, and we're like, this doesn't look right. It looks like I'm heading towards a hills have eyes situation. We just keep going. Wow, there's zombies here. Huh. Wonder if I'm supposed to turn around because I see zombies. Nah, Google Maps must be right. I'm just going to keep driving towards the zombie apocalypse. Oh, boy. Yay! If I should die tonight, I just want you to keep this one thought in mind, that I would never die blue, 'cause I've known you. You guys know that one? Oh, that's my favorite Marvin Gaye song, If I Should Die Tonight. But a close second is, I want you the right way. I want you, and I want you to want me, baby. You know that one? What's your favorite Marvin Gaye song? You must have one. Don't tell me you're not familiar with Marvin Gaye's catalog. Get familiar, bro! Get familiar. It's like some of the greatest music ever. Oh, I love Marvin Gaye so much. So much. I also love those of you who send me messages and tell me how much you love me. For instance, Francesca. I hope I said it right. Francesca on Instagram. She said, Jonesy, you really do make my days brighter because the finds you read off are so offbeat and hilarious. It helps me bring a good random conversation at the lunch table with my colleagues, who I know probably think I'm a weirdo for relaying such crazy news, but that's what makes the daily more tolerable. She goes on and on about... okay, hold on here. She says, I'm going to be days behind your podcast, but that will be great because then I can listen to you for whole drives when I get back to work. Good night. Lovely. Thank you so much, Francesca. That was really nice of you to write me a little message and to slide in my DMs like that. Appreciate you. Also, shout out to Terrance. I hope I said it right. Terrance? Oh, man. He sent me a DM on Instagram, but also been sending me some stuff on Twitter as well. So shout out to him, sending me articles. Super helpful. Hilarious. Who else? I'm scrolling down. Guys. Can you hear me scrolling? Jennifer Marie Gott also dropped me a nice DM. She says, love the Weird AF news. And her husband and I, she says, my husband and I listen to you daily. Very funny stuff. They are from Iowa. All right. Got some more people from Iowa. Like Michael. Do you guys know Michael? Do you guys know Michael from Iowa? Yeah, I didn't realize I had so many fans in Iowa. That's lovely. What else? If you guys would love to drop me a DM in my Instagram, it's at Funny Jones, in case you're wondering. Oh, also, shout out to Wanda Woods. She sent me an article. Says, hey, Jonesy, how are you? I started listening to Weird AF News sometime last year, I think, and have become a loyal listener. It used to be part of my morning news roundup, etc. My favorite, of course, is Florida Fridays. She sent me a story. And then she says, I live in Toronto, Ontario, one of your many Canadian listeners. Yeah, I have so many Canadian listeners as well. I think it's just Canada and Iowa. That's what's going on. No, I have listeners all over the place. Shout out to my Canadian listeners, though, by the way. They're tremendous. Very loyal in Canada. I got to get up there someday and just get drunk with all y'all. Just go get some beers with my Canadian friends. Like I said, my Instagram is at funnyjones. You can also email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. I have a Patreon, and today I posted about 5 different things in there. Good stuff. Some of them were follow-up stories from previous stories that I did a couple weeks ago. And then, a couple of videos and whatnot of weird stuff that I've come across. So you want to check that out. It's patreon.com/weirdafnews. You can join the Patreon for as little as a half a cup of coffee a month. That's like, come on, why wouldn't you buy Jonesy a half a cup of coffee? Are you okay? Come on, get with it now. Support, support, support. Or don't. Inflation is a thing. I understand. You can get there by going to patreon.com/weirdafnews or weirdafnews.com and click on the Patreon banner. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday, Florida Fridays. Make sure you get those Florida-related links to me. Like if you come across a Florida story that's like a week or less old, please send them on over. funnyjones@gmail. I need it. You can also submit Florida stories or links in general through the website, weirdafnews.com. I paid somebody to make that happen. It's a pretty cool feature, right? So you can use that as well. All right. Hope you have a great night, morning, whatever the hell it is, and we'll see you tomorrow for Florida Friday, baby. Yeah.